We are here with international journalist Riz Khan. He has formerly worked with BBC World, CNN International, and Al Jazeera English. Riz, I understand that currently you are an independent journalist.
That's correct, Fatima. Yeah, I've been doing basically a series of projects. It's given me a lot more freedom because whenever I worked with any of the big networks, I was tied to a very heavy schedule, usually 5 days a week, solid programming. So it's worked out well. Recently did a series of shows that were on Bloomberg across Europe, Middle East, Africa. I may do some more of those. And I've got ideas for a show out of the region, ideally. I would love to do that.
Okay, that'd be really exciting. So let's talk about the Oman Debates 2014. We were talking about in-country values. You were moderating the talk. What do you have to say about ICV in Oman?
ICV is an issue that's not only affecting Oman, of course. There's the whole Gulf region and other countries way beyond the Gulf who are having to look at what the value is to their population, their indigenous and national population, when it comes to outsourcing of jobs, expat communities. The world has become so mixed up with globalization that many countries are having to shuffle legislation, having to juggle social responsibilities to accommodate large flows of people. The issue with Oman is it's larger than most of the other Gulf countries when it comes to population, and therefore has a larger Omani population that needs looking after. So it doesn't have the issue of, say, the UAE, where there's a much bigger proportion of expats, and there's almost no argument, what the benefits are for locals. But the interesting thing for Oman is that it's a more steady pace of growth than many other countries around it, which I think is actually a sensible thing. A lot of people believe that Oman has benefited from considered growth and organic expansion, as opposed to the sort of crazy, let's put up the skyscrapers approach that many places do, simply because what that's meant is that it's buffered against huge economic shifts, like when there's a downturn in the global economic stage. Oman is a little more sheltered. But I think the challenge that will face Oman is to balance the needs of the local people with legislation, training, skill acquisition, and so on, in such a way that it doesn't hamper the growth of companies that are looking to expand in such a way that they don't have quotas, regulations, policies that are unworkable, that are unfeasible. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest challenges.
Thank you for watching us. This is Fatima Munir from the Oman Observer.
Thank you. Fantastic to be here.